Well, today on Nation, a window cleaners podcast, we're talking all about your guide to the huge convention. This could be pretty much any convention if you're going to, but the huge is next week, and that's what I want to talk about. So if you ever thought about going to a convention or you're like, why would I ever want to? Stay tuned to WCR Nation. What's up, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com, and you're here. What is up? If it's your first time here, have a look around. Hopefully you enjoy the content, or hopefully you at least don't hate it. And there's 8 years of it to follow back on, so some of them are better than others. Go back, watch, listen. If you're on Spotify, make sure to follow, of course. And if you're not here for the first time, thank you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you to the thousands of you that listen every single week. It just makes everything awesome. So thank you. Couple quick shout outs I want to get out. Darius Carr, thank you, man, for being awesome. Ronnie Ferner, what's up, man? And Matt Noack, what's up? Thank you to you guys, just some random people that order through me at windowcleaner.com. Text me, call me, whatever, and thank you. So just want to say thanks. So today, that's what we're talking about, is your guide to the huge convention. What do you get out of conventions? Like, why even go to a convention? Why spend all your money on tickets and hotels and food and all of that to go to a convention? I can learn it on YouTube. Yeah, sort of. I mean, if you looked at it as just things like that, yeah, learn things on YouTube. You would never have to talk to another human ever. But if that's why you're going, or you think you're going, you're doing it wrong. And I'll tell you, this kind of goes for all shows, not just the huge convention, but the huge is on our mind. We're there for almost a week. This year we're going to be, it's me, Steve-O, Austin, John Lee, and Zane. Those are all the guys going. So it will be a big year as far as the show goes, and man, they're always so fun. You already hear that my voice is all scratchy. I will probably lose my voice regardless. But a lot of people that don't go to shows or whatever, they're like, yeah, none of the classes seem good. Okay. I've been going to shows. Now we're going back to IWCA, the huge. Obviously, WCR, we started the huge. And that was a while ago. But I've been going to shows for 20 years, probably 18 years. 18 years in a row, twice a year, I go to shows. And this is when I had my company. This is after I've had my company. This is when I got into kind of doing sales stuff. This is all of them. And at a certain point, you have to look at it as what it is. In my 20 years, we'll say 18 years, I have gone to probably maybe 3 classes. Ever. In 20 years of going, I've done 3 classes. Maybe. That's just because I was around. I was like, I gotta check it out. The classes are good. I don't want to tell you that they're not, because that's a draw. But when you're there, go to a class. Do all the classes. There's multiple classes at multiple slots. Pick the ones you want to go and go to. People go, well, the classes kind of sucked. Yeah, sometimes they do. Sometimes it's the speaker. Like, the speaker sometimes sucks. But it's not about the classes. If that's why you're going, you could learn that in a book. You could learn that at a show. You could do whatever. It's not about the classes. What it's about is being with 2,000 window cleaners, pressure washers, home service people. And you're like, well, I don't need friends. No, you don't. But there's so much you learn from just talking to these guys. This is the big thing that I remember being absolutely amazed at. I was new, literally new. And somebody was like, hey, this event goes on. I'm like, there's events? That's crazy. I gotta go check it out. It's kind of weird, Felt awkward. The instant I was there, within probably the first 5 hours, I met a guy whose company was doing hundreds of thousands of dollars at a time. 20 years ago, mind you. There's companies way bigger than that. I get it. But he was doing like $700,000 at the time. And I had just started. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. What questions do you have? And I got to talk to somebody who had any business talking to me. In my head, I thought, man, this guy is in another league. Why is he talking to me? He's not selling me something. He's not selling a book. He's just talking. And here is the absolute rule in a one-line situation of what shows and why they work. Is because if you take your dog to somebody else's house who's got a dog and they've never met, there's some tension. That dog kind of doesn't like it. He doesn't get out of my yard. It's my house, my yard, my family. But if you go to a dog park, every dog is cool. You get random one every now and then, same with shows. But everybody's cool because it's neutral territory. That's why shows work. You're neutral. So everybody's willing to share and talk, whatever. And I'm not talking about always the big guys. Because once I got bigger, I still learned stuff from the little guys because they're like, oh, I tried this, man. This is crazy. Like, wait, what did you say? You did what? I first learned about plastic gift cards, which I am a huge proponent of, 15 years ago. I learned about that at a bar. I don't drink, don't care if you do, but I don't. I just get motion sick. And I'm sitting at a bar because that's where we network anyway, on the beach in St. Pete's, I think, Florida. And guy just blah, 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 says something. I said, plastic gift cards. He's like, yeah. Yeah, we use them kind of like this. I took that one idea, morphed it a little bit, and that year made me $10,000. One little idea I heard it at a bar. When people are like, man, I don't need to get to classes, and I got it. You're doing it wrong. If you go to the show and you wake up early and you get your coffee and you have your headphones in and you go to the classes and you're taking notes and then you end that and you go grab some dinner and you go watch TV in your room, you've lost the biggest benefit to the show. You've gotten 2, maybe 3% of what you could have gotten. Now, on the side note, some of my very, very best friends that I've had for a very long time, IRL, like real life friends, have come from the show. Because I've met people who I'm like, man, this is great, stayed in contact, and I could go pretty much anywhere and sleep on people's couches if I need to. Not that that's why you go to the shows, but I got some real genuine friends from this because we all have kind of that same mindset. We know what's going on. The big guys talk to the little guys talk to the big guys. It's just camaraderie on a whole nother level of things that you'll learn. And I'll tell you, the biggest tip that you can do if this is one of your first shows, or even if it's not, is go on Amazon right now and buy a moleskin notebook, or a notebook, a nice notebook, not a crap one. Take that and have it with you at all times. And every time somebody says something, you drop it. You just dump it in that book. Write it in. If you're at a class and you're listening, write stuff in. Write all of it in. Because you will not remember it, I will promise you. Write it all in the book, and now you have a book of ideas and bullet points and everything else that you're going to follow up on. You're going to research, you're going to read, you're going to go through those notes. You're going to get fired up from that, but you're also going to remember so many things. Like, you may have a steel trap, but you are getting so inundated with, 15 hours a day of information and the stuff that you just want to like review or remember, they're on to the next thing. Put it in the book. A notebook is awesome. The review of the notebook is the most important thing that you could possibly do when remembering your knowledge or trying to get something after it. And you always wonder, it's like, okay, so IWCA, another big show, not big, but long-standing, we'll say. That's in February, end of January. And this show is in August. And it's off season, so it makes it easier. Because people go, well, I can't make it this year. Yes, you can. You own the business, right? It's like a couple days. No, I got a big project. You could just do that project the next week. You scheduled it wrong. You are the reason you're not going. And that's cool. But don't blame it on business, man. It's your business. It's your business. That's like driving a car and then like jumping up on a curb and smashing into a bunch of stuff and be like, well, I don't know. Guess my car took me there. You were the one steering, right? Anyway, I always find that's all these years, it's still the excuse. Yeah, I just can't make it this year. No, you chose not to make it, which is cool. But don't be like, I just can't. That's not a thing. It's your business. Anyway, but when you have all of that and research it, the reason that it's in the spring and summer is because it invigorates you like nothing you've ever had. That notebook, which for the first 10 years, probably longer than that, I had notebooks every time. And if you fly, the best time is that flight home. I got 2 hours to just look at everything. Look at everything. When I get back, Monday, do this stuff, take some office time. Look at everything. You look at everything to let it all sink in. But you have to take the notes to do that. Because if you get home, you're like, and you go to sleep and you wake up on Monday and you're like, oh man, I remember a couple things. That was so good. You don't remember this stuff. So take the notes like you're learning, because you are. Ideas, concepts, the way people do things. Write it all down in a notebook. All of it. But if you put it in a notebook and it dies in the notebook, that didn't make much sense. So make sure you review it, because that part is the most important. Most important part. I had a little UP there. One thing I do say too is if you're going to anything, go to the keynote to get that started. A keynote is the very beginning, and it's one guy and everybody's invited. The classes are multiple classes, multiple times, limited to some people you kind of want to get in. Sometimes they're standing rooms, sometimes they're not. But the keynote is everybody in one spot at one time. And a keynote's job is to take your idea, right? You're there, it's the first day. What is this thing going to be? And fire you up. Fire you up. You have to get fired up. Because if you get excited, you take in more information. You remember more things. You talk more. You get more. You just, everything. And you're like, well, what? This is the ones where you see these people and they got their arms up and they're, invigorating them is the keynote. And that's everybody. So go to the keynote, because there's some really genuinely awesome people that do keynotes, but they also know some things that you don't know. And they're not the ones always telling you, well, step one, you do this. No, they're telling you concepts. They're getting your brain to think. You're listening to a podcast right now about window cleaning. You know how to squeegee a window. We talk about concepts. Where does your brain go? What information can you get? What thoughts are you? Like, what are all of those pieces? That's the big piece. The big piece of the puzzles is not the how to do something. It's how to think about something so you can tailor it to your own location, your own area, your own city, your own whatever. Keynote, go to. Even if you're not doing classes or anything else, keynote's important because it gets you kind of in the mindset to like ramp up on everything. And there's been some really good keynotes. There are some guys out there who are really just genuinely smart at business and can convey messages. There's some that are really bad. I'll tell you, I had a keynote presentation, or not a keynote. I had a class that I was doing. This is forever ago, 10 years ago. I was doing a class and I had the whole thing prepped. And one of my buddies was doing a class. So I was in there watching this thing. And he starts talking and I'm like, this is kind of close to mine. It was almost the exact same topics, ideas, concept. When I got and did my class after that, I felt so crappy. And I know it didn't go well because I'm in everything. I'm like, oh, don't say that. It was already said. Don't say that. So I was a bad speaker. I get that. There's sometimes you get into certain ones and people are like, man, this guy doesn't, or you get in and it's like, oh, this guy wants to sell a book. I see why he's talking. Like, there are certain things that they're not great. There's some of them you're like, man, that dude was spot on. And just like when you're watching or listening to the podcast, sometimes you're like, dude, that episode was made for me. Get out of my head, right? That's the speakers, right? Keynote is for energy, excitement, the single soul kind of motivating thing. Classes are for the ideas. Anyway, I have to stop and say one thing before you go. I know, wait, you Hear me out. The shameless plug. It works. It works. But I'm a rep for windowcleaner.com. Shameless plug, I know. But I need money to live and eat and buy hair gel. Even though my hair is thinning and I'm needing less gel, everybody tells me I need gel for my hair. But anyway, I need money. Always, obviously. So if you want to put your orders in, I would love to put those in for you. All you need to do is just text me at 862-312-2026. Literally, it takes 2 seconds of your time. It's like an awesome high five. You become part of the Cool Kids Club, by the way, and I can continue living and putting content out and hopefully helping you guys or me or I don't know, anybody. Sometimes you get something from it. So let me put your orders in. You can even go put everything in your cart like normal and just click save this cart. If I enter your order, it still is under your account just like normal. Everything is absolutely the same, except I get a piece of it and you don't pay anything extra to help me out. So help me out. 862-312-2026. Thank you. Also, if you haven't gotten a subscription to the American Window Cleaner magazine, do it. We're nerds in this industry. This is what we do. We soak it all in. This is literally articles and pictures and concepts. Everything else window cleaning is in the magazine. It's called the American Window Cleaner magazine. It is only $69, you cheap son of a gun. Get a subscription. It is a year. This is the Takeover magazine, by the way. Squeegee Life. Get a subscription. The other thing in that, because that's cool, we're also nerds. So every month you get a sticker sheet and a sticker sheet of custom window cleaning stickers you can put on everything and show people. People are like, what? Where did you get a squeegee sticker? Like there's new stuff all the time. Anyway, go get that. Also, you guys know for CRMs, Jobber's king, absolute king. If you want 20% off, links down below. Just do that. Anyway, and I get a cut of that, by the way, too. Full transparency. But in all of the years doing this, in 8 years, it was 7.5 years. I never once talked about a CRM because I didn't find one that I liked good enough. And full disclosure, I went through Jobber's demo 3 times. The first 2 times, I'm like, This last time that I went through, I'm like, holy cow, you guys did it now. But anyway, go get that. Excuse me. Back to everything. The part that I like, that I always really liked in shows too, is the trade show. And now I know you say, well, of course you like the trade show because that's why you go. Well, now, yes, that's why I go, because I sell stuff for windowcleaner.com. I'm rep, head of sales. Like, this is what I do, right? But I always thought it was so cool to go and see this stuff in real life. Even the stuff that like I wasn't there to be able to buy yet, right? Just to get your hands on stuff. You know, we bring a ton of polls and systems and see it and ask questions and talk to us. That part of it is absolutely incredible. So how do you make a trade show or home show, not home show, how do you make the trade show work for you? And here's the thing. On a vendor side, we get it on Tuesday, which if you're in that early, maybe we'll see you running around saying, what's up? Please always say hello to me. People every year, they're like, oh yeah, you're busy. Sorry. Like, I don't know you. I mean, a lot of you I do, but like, I know you through things we've talked, but maybe we haven't like shook hands. So please say hello. But Wednesday is for us. We get in and have our setup day. So that's when we have to find our crates that were shipped. It's a freight thing and union thing. It's a whole day of headache. And then by dinner time, we're finally set up and we go back, hang out at the bars, talk to people. That's our Wednesday. For you guys, you're doing classes and stuff. You're not seeing this, but this is the behind the scenes stuff. Thursday's when the trade show starts. Now, for us, we're down there at like 8 a.m. Trade show doesn't open that early, but look at the schedule, you'll see it. When you get to the trade show, it's great to be first. It's great to be early. It's great to see everything before they start selling stuff. Go early. But they will be selling stuff. So when you go for the first time, you're going to go again. And if you think you're buying anything at the trade show, not just from us, but anything, chemicals or Christmas lights or programs or anything, there's deals and discounts at the show. We don't want to bring it back with us on a vendor side. Like, it costs us more money to ship it back than it would if we just gave you a sale. So you buy from us at the show, there's a sale on everything. If you take it with you, there's a better sale. So do that first and foremost. If you want something to take from the show, do it right away, and they'll hold it. Like, say you buy a pole from me, you get a destroyer, we'll say. You wanted the pole and you wanted to save some cheddar. You wanted to see it too. If you buy that from me at the show, we put a tag that just as a hold tag. Cool. It's held for you. Come get it tomorrow when the show is wrapping up. That way we have it for showing people and whatever, but it's yours. You don't have to walk around with it, right? If you do happen to walk around towards the end of the show, this is when the trade show gets so much more popular again, is because now everybody's fire selling stuff. Now, if there's anything left in booths, which we've had at times we've sold every single item in the booth, which is phenomenal. It doesn't always happen. Now, we have reps that come, like Zane is driving, so if we get enough stuff there and nobody wants to buy it, we'll send it back with him. We'll make it happen. We're not necessarily going to give you everything for free if you want a pure water system, but if you want some gear, the end of the show is the time where you really can get some amazing deals. Get stuff. The real hagglers come very at the end too, because they're like, hey, do you want to take this home, or do you want me to buy it for, 15% off, 20% off? Well, it's up to the show what we want to get from it, what we want to take back, what we don't want to take back if we do it, but that's what happens. Now, you're limited to only what's left in the booth. So, it's both of them, right? It's issues both ways. But something that most people don't know at shows, or they just don't realize, because every year, dozens of times people say it, you can literally come to me, you can buy anything at the show or off our website, but because you bought it through the show, you get a sale, the discount, and I still ship it to you, which is pretty phenomenal. People don't know that because a lot of people fly. They're like, I don't want to bring a whole pure water system. Cool, I'll ship it. Ship you a brand new one. Now, you may not get as deep a discount as the one that's there you could take with you, but we also have people who bring water fit poles on planes. We have people who bring lots of stuff, and I know guys that bring extra suitcases just because they fill stuff up. Like, you could totally do that. But we can also ship it. One thing people don't really understand, so figured I'd bring it out there. But the trade show is something you go to multiple times. Now, talking to your favorite vendor is huge. We are always busy. There's never a time typically that we're like, especially WCR. When you go to these shows, there's going to be 2,000 people there, and probably a few hundred people wearing WCR shirts. If you have a hat, a shirt, anything that says Zero or WCR, wear it. Wear it. Because the culture and what we do is just awesome. You're going to see a sea of WCR swag. So do that. And I have to put this out there also, because this particular show I know is going to be recorded and everything else. If you're going to the show, we do giveaways and raffles a lot of times. This year, we're giving away a $7,000 package. $7,000. And it is only to people that go to the show. You get a ticket. Just by coming to a booth, ask, you get a raffle ticket. If you buy something at our booth, you get a second raffle ticket. And that's it. And people have to ask for that. So you're talking about like a 1 in a few hundred chance of winning. And that's pretty phenomenal. If you buy something at the booth, it's a 2 in a few hundred chance or whatever. I don't even know if we've done a couple hundred raffle tickets. Like, you have to come up to us, right? A lot of people forget or don't think about it. It really kind of makes sense. And it's a huge package. So if you want to do that, that's a secret. You're going to see banners and stuff at the show, but I figured I'd tell you because you're cool. You're cool. Anyway, do that. When everything is said and done, you've networked, you're tired, you lost your voice, because I know I do from talking all the time. Like, you have done things and talked to people and got contacts and everything else. You filled your notebook up. Review everything. Do not, for 1 second, think that this is not something that you need to continue to look at. because there's so much info at the shows. I've been going for, like I said, 20 years, and I still learn stuff every time. Every time. In normal conversation. In normal conversation. Now, I've gone to shows that long. I know I talk to a lot of window cleaners daily. I talk to, anywhere from 50 to 100 window cleaners a day. Easy. But we're talking about stuff, gear, a lot of times. A couple times a day, somebody's talking about something else. I learn little bits. But when you go to the show, I learn more in one show than I do in the rest of the year talking to guys. Just because of the focus. Just because of the way we're conveying ideas, information. It's a dog park. It's a dog park that you learn things and know, but you can walk into somebody and be like, hey, I'm a window cleaner over on the East Coast or whatever. I'm in a different state. Here's where I am. Where are you? Oh, yeah, I'm here. I just wondered, what do you guys charge for paint there? Like, what are you guys getting for a window? Oh, well, and they will absolutely tell you. Because it's a dog park. Neutral territory. If you walk up to somebody on the street and go, hey, I'm also a window cleaner in this city/town. What do you charge for a window? They're like, I'm not telling you. Right? Because your competition. It's a dog in a dog's yard. I know comparing all of us to dogs is not probably a great thing. But you know what? I think you understand. It is just a genuinely awesome time. It's great to meet people. It's amazing to have the connections. It's awesome to get the tidbits. But the networking thing builds a bond with these guys and gals that is insane. There's people I know, literally, that, we're talking now, kind of. It's a one-sided conversation. I'm not that great at listening when you're just watching me, right? So you kind of know me. You've heard my voice. Maybe you've listened to a couple episodes to maybe, a few hundred episodes. Maybe you see my other content. Maybe you see me all over the place and whatever. But we've not actually talked, right? I meet people that I see once or twice a year. And every time I do, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Big hug. What's going on? It's those people I do not talk to all year. But the instant I see them again, it's like we never didn't talk. It's like we see each other all the time. There's this weird bond that you have with guys. Ask a window cleaner. Ask anybody that you know in the industry that goes to these shows if they've met friends there. And if they say no, then they are doing it wrong, A. And they're like, yeah, I don't go to shows. Yeah, I went. It just wasn't for me. Like, I get that too. Every year somebody's like, yeah, I went. I didn't really get much. I knew what they were talking about. It just wasn't for me. Maybe I'm more advanced. So you went for classes? Classes? We're talking about classes? Bro, you missed the boat. And it's fine. If you've gone to shows before, you missed the boat. I get it. But there's so much value left that I think it's sad when sometimes people are like, yeah, you know what? I was there. I did that. And it just didn't get it for me. Mind you, this episode is going to come out on Friday, which is Friday, 2 days before Nashville. By the way, that's where the show is, Nashville. I think I forgot to say that. But if you can make it, take a couple days off. Be like, you guys handle work. I'm going to this thing. Go. Also, this is not me plugging for anything. I think I don't get anything from it, but I have a discount code for the show. I know it's like early or very, very late for that. I get it. But I don't get anything for that. I don't get anything for hotels and things there too, but I will tell you, stay at the hotel. The hotel is the place that everybody is. And every year you get dozens of people who are like, I'm staying over at this other place. And then they got to leave at a certain point. They got to think about driving. They got to do this. Or they go back to the room, do something, then they don't come back. Like, stay at the hotel. It costs a little bit more, but the value in this is insane. Insane. So anyway, go do that, but say hello to me. And by the way, if you're still here and you're going to the show, do me the biggest favor. If and when you see me, make a big deal of it. Be like, yeah, what's but then pretend not to know Steve-O. I do this every year. It's so great. There's so many people that watch him. Obviously, his YouTube channel's phenomenally huge. A lot of people learn things from him. It's great. Steve and I are really good friends. We travel multiple times a year. We talk multiple times a day, 50 times a day. But he is here's how you do a thing, and here I am on the other side, like, here's the business side. So for us, it works amazingly, but it's great when people are like, oh, hey, and nice to meet you. What's your name? It's just little tallies we do back and forth. It's great. I know everybody watches everybody's content, but it's just a little thing that we do. So if you want to make my day, go do that. But if you want to make my year, please let me put your orders in. That's how I make my money. I put an order in and I get a commission on the job. That doesn't cost you anything extra, but I get money to, again, live. And I just realized the last shameless plug that I did just a few minutes ago sounded kind of desperate. So I won't go any more into it. Let me place your orders, 862-312-2026, and get the magazine. The controversial cover that people didn't quite understand is here. If you haven't seen it yet, the cover, it's T Squeegee's ripping up another issue. But every issue of the American Window Cleaner magazine since I bought it has had a window cleaner on the cover. Every one. T, he grabbed one and he was going to rip it because he's taking over the magazine. It's all these guys from the Squeegee Life podcast took over the magazine, right? He ripped one. That was the best picture. And then people are like, oh you rip his picture. Ugh. But anyway, if you want like controversy, check it out. It's American Window Cleaner magazine. It's awcmag.com. Get a subscription. Get the stickers. Get all the stuff. And get Jobber too, because Jobber's awesome. And anyway, if I could do anything for you, any questions at all, please reach out. Let me know. Hopefully we see each other at the show. But more importantly, until next time.